tonight, you decided that Paul should be the 7th person to leave the Big Brother house. Here's how he took the news.
I can reveal that the 7th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house will be Paul.
Yes. That's my dad! Come on!
Yes. You okay?
Nice.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh.
Come on, H. Come on.
Brilliant.
Well, it took 5 attempts, but they finally got rid of him. Whereas Tall Tales 2 trying for the Big Brother housemates. How lush was Helen's Green Valley? Find out tonight! Welcome to eviction night number 7 of Big Brother 2001. Look at these. Look at these. Evil. Look at this. Helen for Prime Minister. Glitter for everyone. We've got some fantastic banners. Tonight, you decided to chuck Paul. There he is. Preparing to come and talk to me. He's going to be with me in about 5 minutes. But first, were there tears? Did they kiss? What happened in the last hour and a half?
I feel so
Did you
bad.
hear my old man going?
Why did they go, They go, I wanted to stay in to the end.
No, because I want to go. I do want to go. I wanted to stay, yeah, just to see if you make the distance, but at the end of the day, that's not a problem.
I can't wait without you.
It's been amazing anyway. Simple as that, isn't it?
You're going to be able to watch me on the telly, you idiot, and I won't be able to watch it.
It's been a long time, Lee, I tell you. I can't believe I'm going out now. I can't believe I'm going out.
I said Big Brother 7.
Wales.
I said she's got,
Not
do you know what she
literally
has? She's
all of
got
Wales.
personality, she's got smile, she's got a big heart, she's honest. She's just got colour. When you look at the girl, you can't help but smile.
Yeah.
I think we should have one more fight before you go.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going. It's so amazing. I cannot believe I'm going. Yeah, it's weird because you're just totally on like this roller coaster, and suddenly you just get to stop, and it is just like, wow.
The final run, guys.
Dude, we're going to the end.
Yes! So, Elizabeth, do you think you're competitive? Maybe a little bit, especially when you play volleyball.
We're going to face the music anyway.
We know music to
Time
face.
to do you proud, huh?
Just tell the truth like I would have.
Believe me, I will be.
Oh, how frustrated are you guys at home? We're all very frustrated. Anyway, it's time to go get Paul. His family are waiting for him eagerly at the gates. I'm going to talk to the house and start the 30-second countdown. Okay, Big Brother house, this is Davina. Can you hear me? Paul, you've been voted out of the Big Brother house, and you now have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes and make your way to the main exit door. When the 30 seconds is up, the door will open automatically and you must leave the house. Paul, do you understand?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Okay, I must remind all other housemates that Big Brother rules state that they are not allowed to step outside. Okay, can we please activate the countdown? Let's go get Paul. There's a lot of support for Paul and Helen here.
20 seconds.
Fantastic. What about the chickens?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Paul's exit.
Paul, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house.
Thank you.
Get alive. Go on, get sharp and sweet.
In 5 minutes.
Yes! Take care!
Leave it here. Out! Oh my God. Alright, everything's cool. Right. Come here. Hello mate, you alright?
Is there something you want to say?
I'm so proud of you. You're bloody excellent. Okay.
What I say to that? Okay.
Hello, mate.
No, you're right.
Follow me. Right, we're going to see more of your family in a minute.
Okay, cool. That
We're
sounds
going to go
fun.
over the bridge now. Are you all right?
Yeah, just
sure?
overwhelmed. Absolutely overwhelmed. What a mad few
You've
weeks.
had a very mad time. Can't wait to
Unbelievably
find
mad.
out all about it. The press want to get a quick picture of you. You come down here.
Oh mate, I will do.
Stay here. Give us a hand. And then
Where we going? This way. Right. Oh my God. Oh mate, how you doing? Oh mate. Come on, my son! Come on!
he's finally out. How did he survive 5 nominations and how did he survive that? Will Helen be getting married to Paul? Find out after the break. Okay, welcome back. He's got many tales to tell and here he is, Paul! What a mad, not just a couple of hours, but a few weeks you have
It's
had.
been unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
And can I just say, look at Helen. How do you think she's going to take it now you're out? Because I think she's actually a lot more upset than she let on to you in the last hour and a half. Do you think she's going to be all right the next week?
Yeah, there's only a week left anyway, so
Yeah.
it's going to be cool. That is
Is it gonna be
so
cool,
weird
or is
seeing
it gonna
that.
be double
It is going to
cool?
be double cool, triple cool.
Is it? Are you going to chill my boots?
I will chill my boots, yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
cool. Oh no, I'm saying it now as well. It's catching. I know everything about you, Paul. Everything
Oh,
about
God,
you.
yeah.
Now, because also, you know, Helen here has said tonight that she's going to sleep in your bed. Oh, how cuteness is that?
Narinda's been in there as well,
Now-
so.
Sharing it with absolutely
Not with
everybody.
me, not
Now
with me.
listen, I've been preparing for this interview for I don't know how many weeks. And I mean, you guys have been down, every time that you got nominated, all this lot have been here to support you
Thank
the whole
you.
way. Now, at the gates, I don't know if any of your family members mentioned to you, but it is quite an important point to make because I'm sure you were a smidgen nervous as to whether Big G was going to be here in the studio.
Yeah, of course it was.
He's not here. And the but this is the
Is this the
frustrating
word
part.
big
The
that was
reason
here?
why
Yeah.
he's not here is because he quite publicly last week dumped Helen. But obviously we couldn't let you guys know that he was no longer going out with her. And Helen, kind of her own making, had decided that it wasn't going to work out with him. So we're all on the edge of our seats going, oh, we've got to let him know. But anyway, what do you think Big G made of the whole situation?
I mean, the whole thing was like majorly awkward for me.
Yeah.
Really, really awkward. And there was like no game plan involved. It was like I walked into the house, you see everyone and you're just completely stunned and amazed from the word go. I saw Helen and obviously thought she was an attractive girl. She's an attractive girl, but that was it. You know, I didn't actually fancy her from day one.
And
that's the truth. And then after that, sort of, you know, after you initially meet someone, you find out they have got a boyfriend, so and so, and then like everyone knows that the first couple of weeks it's like, oh yeah, look at Big G, look at the size of his shoulders, all that sort of stuff. And I was like, I didn't actually understand what was going on then because I didn't really feel anything. And from the first nomination, the truth was that she came out with a few lines and I thought, oh my God, you know, she's a little bit big for her boots, that kind of, that's how...
Were you seeing anyone when you went into the house?
No, not at all. No, I wasn't. Totally single. So
for you, it was kind of, you were quite open to options.
Oh, completely.
And
yeah.
to Penny. But before we move on, just very quickly, just wanted to show you the kind of press publicity that, say, the Big G thing got. It got front page coverage on loads and loads of papers, and the nation was the nation was completely gripped by it. Well, not just the nation, me in particular. I was on the edge of my seat every night going, go for it, go for it. How close were you to actually going for it?
Really, really close. But
Really?
but I couldn't. Just purely because, you know, the first 2 weeks, I think it was, you know, she was nervous. She come into that sort of scenario and it's just really, really weird. And you want to sort of think about people close to home if you feel a bit uncomfortable. So, you know, constantly he was mentioned all the time. So that made it a lot harder for me.
You were very conscious of the Big G thing, weren't you?
Of course I was. Everyone was.
Look how
Everyone
desperate
was.
we all were. This is how desperate we all were. They've got 3 days to do it. Now, listen, Paul. We've been watching it, right? So this is the story that's gripped the nation. You are the Posh and Becks of Big Brother. So we've been watching you, and it got quite heated. And then all of a sudden, I got the feeling you had a bit of a guilt trip, and you backed off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then last night, we had the den. Let's just take a quick look at the den.
The den's incredible. Where's the den? Den's wicked.
Now, here you are. Now, what were you showing her there? I think you might have been showing her something you were quite proud of, and then she goes, "Oh, Paul, that's lovely."
Did she? Is there voices with
kissing?
No,
Really?
honestly.
I was really listening for some saliva.
I know, we were kissing each other's cheeks, but not each other's mouths.
And so kissing cheeks.
Yeah, that was it. Because I couldn't do it.
What's happening here with your hand?
No, it was going. Yeah, that might be the point when my hand was on her bum, maybe.
Oh.
But yeah.
And then you were talking about stuff. You said you're not worried about stuff anymore. Now, your code was rubbish because we cracked it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't mine. She made it up, and I really thought it was a bit bad anyway to start with. But
you played along anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. And stuff obviously means sex.
Yeah.
And then you said you're not worried about stuff anymore. Now, why was that? Was it like a confirmation of your
everyone out
relationship
here knows
last
who
night?
knows me. I say stuff loads, and that is my meaning. If I come out of the Big Brother house, I'm going to go and do stuff with my mates. That doesn't mean I'm going to have sex with my mates.
I hope not. Rob would have something to say about that, I think.
But that just means that I'm, you know, going to get out with my mates and we're going to do things. Yeah, and that was kind of all it was. And then Helen sort of took that word and incorporated in the word sex, and that was kind of it. But, you know, obviously we sort of felt stuff for each other, and it was kind of weird how it just all came about.
Paul?
Yeah.
All I really want to know, because I'm a romantic at heart, is do you fancy her?
Yeah, of course I do.
And do you want to see her when you come out?
Yeah,
Now you come out?
yeah, of course I do.
Everybody outside said yes! Can I buy a hat? Okay. You don't know how happy that makes me feel. I've been on the edge. I've been on the verge of tears
How
the
I
whole
feel.
day.
I'm completely freaked out by this whole thing.
It's mad, isn't it? Okay, and she doesn't know, and we can't get a message to her or anything. But anyway, can't wait till next week. Now, last night you said about fancying her personality and stuff.
Yeah.
And you said about how it developed. Did it for you sort of happen in the last couple of weeks?
It was her personality. I mean, the girl is incredible, really. No, it comes from the first week when she was up for nomination, because I felt completely one way about her, and as soon as she was up for nomination, she was so bubbly, and just the whole thing, she dealt with it so well. Really, she was a role model for me. I mean, I was up for nomination so many times, but I thought,
she
you know,
was
this
very
girl's...
there for you.
Yeah, she was the whole time. I mean,
yeah, she was.
Really from week 2, all the time.
Very supportive.
It was like every single week I was up for nomination, you would not believe how bad I felt. I mean, for everyone.
I want to talk to you about that in one
I
second.
did.
Now, Paul, but I was just wondering perhaps at one point whether you were withdrawing, perhaps because you were thinking about the groupies that you might have when you came out. This was after you said this.
I've lived my adult life like what I would consider an international pop star. Do you know what I mean by that?
Paul, you said that. Do you know what I mean by that? I don't. International pop star. What are we talking about here, Paul?
I can't even remember that. There's so many things you just say. There's so many things you say in there, and you know, you're always conscious of the cameras. It doesn't matter.
You're gonna be living life like an international pop star now. I can tell you that much. Now, you just touched on nominations earlier. You got nominated 5 times.
Yeah.
Now, you know, the first time people deal with it quite well. The second and third time, things were obviously getting very tough for you. What was going through your mind on that?
Apart from the initial week in the house, because it's of novelty value, yeah, it was like really, really mad, but every single week did sort of take its toll. And you gradually feel yourself getting more and more tired. I think I said earlier on before I came out, you're like a hamster on a wheel, and you're constantly going round and round, and the sort of days churn by, and you do count them off, because 24 hours in that house is just a lot longer than out here.
But did you feel when they kept nominating you that really you had no support in there? Did you feel alone?
Yeah,
or?
you know, you do sort of feel alone. I mean, and that was the point where Helen, you know, was really, really good. Like the whole time, she was like, you know, every time she was like, please, you stay. Yeah, she really helped a lot. But you kind of feel like of the sport, you wonder what's going on. But then after the first time, it was like, I don't see myself as the centre of attention. This is why this is completely freaky for me. I mean, I am totally freaked out. But in there, you're like, why am I still staying in this house? You know, that was really, really bizarre. That was freaking me out. And even 4 weeks down the line, you sort of say to yourself, yeah, it must be for a good reason, but that still doesn't register in your head correctly, because you don't know and you're so curious about the outside world.
Tell me just about, because I think one of the hardest weeks for you, we all felt it, I know your parents felt it, was the bubble week. When the whole house made it incredibly apparent to you that they all thought you were going to leave.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind then? Because that was just kind of mass rejection.
Yeah, but I just kept saying to myself, I don't care about the people in the house if I'm being rejected by them, as long as I'm not rejected by these guys. Yeah.
Your friends and family.
And that was it.
And can I just tell you, not only have you had support from them tonight, but you've also had an enormous amount of support from Helen's friends and family, who've been really getting on. All of these guys have been getting on brilliantly well together. It was really nice. What qualities do you think kept you in there?
I think the fact that I know, you know, it's these guys that kept me in there, and that is the truth. I knew that I wasn't going to be rejected by them. You know, it does tick over in your mind, you do, because you lose sense of reality of what's going on outside. You're worried that everyone's still going to like you and so and so and so. But I just kept strong, and I had to, and that was it. I didn't want to let my guard down because it made it hard for everyone.
Yeah,
it's such a closely
You were very guarded, we could see that.
Yeah, but I had to stay strong because I didn't want everyone else to sort of fall by the wayside. Everyone's trying to keep each other's morale.
Is that what you meant by saying you were in control in the house to Amma? Because that was kind of an odd thing to say. It was.
No, what I was in control of when I had that chat with Amma was I was in control of us not having a big argument.
Right.
And I feel that I controlled us not having a big argument. She said a lot of things to me, and I could have snapped her, as everyone knows here I can snap. But I didn't. I just had to bite, and I gave her a bit of rope, and she started to take.
Paul, I'm going to have to cut you short there because there was something else I wanted to show you about the amount of stress that you were suffering did manifest itself in other ways. And the housemates told you all about it, but now it's time for you to see for yourself. Here's you sleep talking.
Oh, yeah, man.
What's the challenge? There's something on there. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's weird, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Oh, cut down. What are you doing?
I can't keep this up forever. We're really, really prepared.
No, you'll never, ever, ever you get above me. No, you know that, don't you?
That's my favourite shot of the whole of Big Brother, that one where you suddenly realise you've been sleep talking. Now, it wasn't just Helen that loved you in the house, there was another person that loved you an awful lot. Your reflection. Yes, we watched you over one 5-minute period, okay? You spent in front of me. How many times do you think you poked your hair?
How many times do you reckon? Yeah,
How many times?
Go hard.
Honestly, 30.
Let's have a look. 30.
Whoa, what a mess. Head touch going on. That is so fixed.
Take me in. I'm guilty.
259. Okay, mate. I just saw Helen then saying, I love
She's
him.
bad.
She just said, I love him. I just saw her mouth that. Okay, who do you want, Paul, after that? That was absolutely genius. Who do you want to win? In your heart, who do you want to win? Want to win?
I want Helen to win.
And have you got a personal message for Helen? If you could say anything to her now, what would you say?
Can we go out for a drink when you get out?
Yay! And you know you wanted our mobile. Here it is. Don't show anybody.
Thank you.
That's for you. So you can call her next week. It's fabulous. Do you think you've learned anything?
I think I've learnt loads.
Have
Absolutely
you?
loads.
What's the biggest thing that you've learnt?
I think out of it all, and I think I'm guilty of loads of it, is judging people immediately when you don't really know people. And that's it. That's the single most important thing. I think that everyone does, everyone judges, and in there, them 11 people.
Well, don't give yourself too much of a hard
really.
time, because you've really, really entertained us and we thought you were fantastic. And here's some of your best bits.
The housemates nominated to leave the Big Brother house are Paul, and Paul.
So where are you going tonight, Paul?
Are we going tonight? I'm taking out this girl, this blonde girl, who apparently is a bit easy, my mate said, so he considered that we should get together and just sort of see what happens, go with the flow. Yeah, I do fancy Helen.
Big G's so gonna kill you!
That's pretty sexy.
Yeah, totally, cool. Wicked, cool. Chill your boots.
That sounds really weird, but for me, it was the most unbelievable thing ever.
So I'd just like to say that I now feel privileged to be possibly one of the luckiest blokes in the country.
Yay! Paul, mate, come here. Give me a hug. I'm going to leave you now with your family.
Thank you.
And also to get to know your prospective in-laws. I'm going to go over and see your mum. I'm going to go outside, find out what the crowd think. Okay, so 7 down, 4 to go. There are no more nominations. From now on, you are entirely in control and you're voting for the winner. Here are the numbers of the 4 remaining housemates. Remember, you are not voting to evict them, you're voting for them to win. So if you want Brian to win, the number is 09011 154402. If you want Dean to win, you can vote for him on 09011 154404. If Elizabeth's your favourite, vote for her on 09011 154405. Or if you'd like Glitter's Queen herself, Helen, to win, vote for her on 09011 154406. Get voting now, guys, for the person you want to win. They're all chanting Brian here. On Thursday, we'll be evicting the housemates with the least votes. Only, guess what? They don't know that yet. Let's see what the crowd think. Who's going to win? Okay, remember to tune on Thursday when the last person with the least amount of votes will be evicted. See you then. Good night.
Listen there, Helen, see what they're saying.
It's pretty wild, that, isn't it? People outside shouting.
In the rain.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Probably I'll go out and get pissed after this.
Why don't there a big TV screen there or
Oh,
anything,
mate.
so you can see people?
Almost.
Cool.
We've got all the things for this.
We've got no lemon.